So yesterday was a review and forward-looking for the Nigerian Stock Exchange management, and of course the executive officer of the exchange, Oscar Onyeama, gave a brief review of what 2016 was like and gave a forward-looking for 2017. Let's talk to Omotola Abimbola, who is an investment research analyst with AfriInvest, to get his thoughts on that particular speech, because of course most of them were actually looking forward to that to that particular briefing that was held yesterday. Good morning to you, Omotola.
Good morning, Harriet.
It's great to have you join me on the program. So what do you think about the NSE CEO's address?
Well, I think the CEO was quite apt in describing the sentiment that dominated trading last year. It did mention that last year was majorly bearish as a result of macro factors which affected the earnings of companies and, of course, the confidence of investors in the markets. So all the major indices in the exchange, depreciated last year, save for three. I think the banking index, the premium board index, as well as the ETF gold, which gained almost 100%. And of course, in a situation where you are seeing gold rally, that means that investors are flying to safety. They're trying to be very conservative in their investments. So in that respect, it was. But looking at the outlook for the market in 2017, I would say that the NSE CEO was a bit moderately bullish. He's expecting that growth in the economy is going to be positive in 2017. Driven by the fact that we now have rising oil prices. We are seeing ongoing negotiation with militants in the Niger Delta region. So on the back of the positive growth in 2017 being expected, the CEO is expecting that the equity market may probably, benefit from that. And we're also very positive we're going to see, lots more activity in the primary market of the exchange. Expecting some supplementary listings, by companies and probably, one or two IPOs as well.
So it's a good thing you mentioned it, because you see 2016 saw very few listed. In fact, it was towards the end of the year that we began to see that coming on stream because of the tight environment, of course. So for 2017, do you have a broadly bullish outlook, or are you going to be a little bit cautious and stay on the sidelines?
Well, I would say that we're a bit bearish compared to the NSE CEO's outlook. We think that sentiment in 2017 will be driven by the macroeconomic environment, depending on how much government is able to deliver on, on increasing oil output in the Delta region, depending on how FX liquidity, how it improves or deteriorates. For now, the position of the CBN has remained that the market would not be driven by the fundamentals of demand and supply. And as long as that exists, the foreign investors are going to stay on the sideline, and if we don't get them back in the market, sentiment will still stay, broadly soft, on the exchange. So for us, we're expecting the index to probably, stay in 2017. Maybe not as much as 2016, because the index is not very close to its long-term support level, but we still expect sentiment to be slightly bearish in 2017.
And he was also quite confident that demutualization will be achieved by the exchange this year. So do you think that the stock exchange can achieve demutualization?
Well, I believe that the issue of demutualization is very important. We have seen other stock exchanges in African regions, such as the Nairobi Stock Exchange and, of course, the South African, JSE, being demutualized. But for this to happen, I think the NSA has to discuss with regulators. They have to discuss with policymakers as well, because for now, the NSA is also, partly, being governed by the government. So for us to be able to have the demutualization program in 2017, I think we have to put in place the necessary regulatory environments for this to happen. In 2016, the NSA already appointed some advisors to work with the process. So we hope that in 2017, they're going to actually, go through with this.
Omotola Abimbola, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us this morning on the program. Omotola is an investment research analyst with AfriInvest.